Kia ora, and welcome to this lesson on the inverse normal distribution. Today we'll be covering one more practice question. Let's get into it. So we're told that a normal distribution has a mean of 206 and a standard deviation of 23. A measurement x is greater than the mean, and 5% of the values lie between the mean and that value of x. So the tip that this is going to be an inverse normal distribution problem is that we're not looking to find a probability. We know the probability. We're trying to find an x value. Let's get into it. So on the normal distribution below, shade the area we are interested in. Well, if we know right there is the mean, and here is the x value, then if 5% of the values are between the mean and x, right in there is the 5%. So that would be the shading. Now, since we are starting at the mean and going to an x value, that means that the table is going to give us the answer straight away. So again, we don't have a z value and look for a probability. We are told what the probability is, in this case 5%. We want to find the z value that goes with that probability. So we're going to look in here first to find that 5%, 0.05. So we're looking for the 0.05, a little too small, a little too big. So this 0.0478 or 4.78%, we want to add a 22 to that 78, which tells me that 0.1.12 is part of the answer. Now I want to try to find a 22 over here. And the closest I can get is that 20, which is the 5. So the third decimal place is a 5. That again tells us 0.125. So back to the question. Our z value, 0.125. That gets us that. So now that we know the z value, we want to find the value of x. We're going to be using the formula given to us on the table where z is x minus mu over sigma. Now we know 3 out of these 4 because the z value is to the right of the mean. That tells us that our x or our z value remains positive, and that's equal to the x value we're looking for minus the mean over sigma. And we were told the mean was 206 and the standard deviation sigma was 23. So we substitute in what we know, and since we know 3 out of 4, we've got one equation and one unknown, we can solve for that. So to get rid of this dividing by 23, we get x minus 206 is going to be 1.25 times 23. 1.25 times 23 is 2.875. And then to get the x all by itself, we're going to undo minusing 206 by adding 206. So x is going to be equal to 208.875. All right, and there we go. So that tells us that the value of x, the value of x that is got 5% of the values between it is 208.875. Okay? Any patai, send them my way. Thanks for watching. Mauri mahi, mauri ora, kakiteano.